Well, here we are. It's day 3. We're off to Shipwreck. It's a bit of a bittersweet day today. Came away this week to go on holiday, and I got a phone call last night. Found out my mum had died, and my mum lives in France as well, as you might have seen in the previous video. So we can't get back until the Wednesday, and I've got to try and get to France for the Thursday or Friday. So bit of a difficult sort of time ahead, I think, really. But we're going to continue. It's what she would have wanted, and I think I'll dedicate this video to her. Now, I know she used to watch all my videos. She probably was my number 1 fan. So, somewhere up there in the sky, there's another star.
We are Mark and V, and this is our amazing adventure to Cyprus.
So we're going down to have a look at this shipwreck first of all, before we carry on, and I think we're going Temple of the Kings today, and a few other places. Got a list, and because of the example, I've just totally forgotten everything we're doing, but luckily I've written it down. So,
Well, as we're walking in, you can see the ship, and it looks really close. In fact, it's very close to the shore. I'm quite surprised how close it is, actually. The Edro 3 ran aground in October 2011. I think it was on the 8th of October, actually. The ship was travelling to Rhodes, and it was carrying a cargo of plasterboard, of all things. It had 9 crew on board at the time when the distress call was made. All crew members were safely picked up by a British Army helicopter though. The ship itself is about 80 metres long, and it weighed apparently 2,300 to 2,500 tonnes. But you've only got to look at the rocks that we can see around us. They're really unforgiving, aren't they? And you can imagine if a ship in high seas and hit them, it's just going to rip the bottom of the ship out. I don't think they're very forgiving at all. The ship actually ran aground further out to sea, but over time, high seas have brought it in closer to the coast, where it lays today. And while we're here, you just got to take a look at the rocks. They look so smooth. The waves have just battered them over the years and worn away all the ruggedness of them, and they're just amazing to look at. They're such a pleasure to see. I don't think I've seen rock formations like this ever before.
well, it looks like we got here just in time, because people are starting to turn up behind us now. So we had that all to ourselves just for 10-15 minutes, but people are walking from all different directions now here. So yeah, if you want to see this and be on your own, get here early. As you can see, it's not many people, but I'd imagine if you come more in season as such, there'd be a lot more people here.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive.
So we've moved on a little bit along the coast, and apparently there's some sea caves down here. So we're going to go and have a look. I'm not really sure what we're going to see. What I've basically done is just gone on to TripAdvisor, the web, and just found out what people have been talking about. And I mapped them all on a map of Cyprus, and that's how I worked out my routes. I'll share the little map I made, because it might be useful for someone else if you come into Paphos. Or come into Cyprus, really. And I'll do it at the very end of this series of the videos. So you'll have to watch a few more if you want to see that. And I'll, hopefully most of the stars on the map we will have visited. As you look down there, you can see the caves. It's really where the sea's eating away at the rock face. Softer areas, and it's a beautiful landscape though, isn't it? The rock formation is just great. This area as well. Obviously some, you know, there's a beautiful area and people want to live here. Ah, now we look back, look at that. Look at the caves. Oh yeah. That rock, right on its own there. Wonder how long that's going to last like that. Big storm, that'll probably come down. What's that smell in the air as well? Lovely smell. Shame you can't smell it on the video. We're just going to walk down around here. I'm not going to walk to the very edge because you can see that there's not much underneath and I'm a big coward. But I want to be able to show you a better picture of what it looks like from this sort of view. There you are, look at that. Oh, that was the caves, and also known as the White Cliffs. And you can see why they're called the White Cliffs, can't you? And we're now going to Basilica.
Yes,
Basilica or Basilico, we'll know for sure when we get there. And this is an ancient archaeological site. That's a word hard to say at the moment. Archaeological site there. I got it right that time. Well, we're here now at the archaeological site. Cape Trepanning. These cactuses are wild. I love cactuses. I have an intention to try and grow a big one when we move house. Because we've got a big conservatory at the front of the house which would just lend itself to us, so I'll be giving that a go. Not that that's going to bother you lot, but just thought I'd say it. Anyway, we're going to have a wander up now and have a look at some more ruins. Obviously they're doing work on all these sites. You can see a pillar there.
So this is called Basilica B, but what actually is Basilica? According to Google, a basilica is a meeting hall, a building used for meetings, and it's ancient Roman in design. This particular basilica was a bathhouse complex. The main basilica was truly vast, about 50 metres long and about 30 metres wide. There are extensive mosaics.
This again was €250 to come in, so it's not expensive. It just depends if you're intrigued over history. We like a little bit of history when we go places. It's amazing actually how rough that feels, because you always look at it and think it's going to be really smooth.
There is a second basilica in the northwest corner of this area, and to the west of it there are the ruins of the bishop's lodgings. It is also thought that the light grey marble on the floors came from the Sea of Marmara area, and there is also a sunken baptistery with steps down to it. Just along from Basilica B, there's this very beautiful chapel. It's called St. George's Chapel. This is for you, Mum. So I've V's just bought me a frappe, ice cream frappe, and I've opted to go for banana. I like banana. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh,
Good.
coffee and banana together is a good mix. Good mix, yeah. Alright, so that's V's, caramel and coffee.
Yours is a bit sweeter, I think.
Yeah, I prefer banana. Also bought one of these chocolate croissants. So much better than hotel food.
And the Nightingale of Cyprus here.
That's cute.
Take your time.
Thank you very much.
Here and there.
That's cute, isn't
You're
it?
gonna have to buy something.
A nightingale.
My gran?
She had one like that. I used to buy a lot of things like that. So.
Yeah,
Haven't
because
you?
she came to Cyprus in the 70s.
You've got one, haven't you, somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one that
where
came from
it came
Cyprus.
from.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
remember now. It's just come to me.
With lovely little things.
Buy one of these. She can't do it.
Bring it here to show.
Ah.
First,
Ah.
we fill it with water. A little bit out.
And now,
It's my hand.
that's mental. That's brilliant.
How cool is
If
that?
you wanted
Yeah.
it, I will wrap it without water.
Probably best.
Because the water it costs too much.
Like that one then.
Little barrel like that one.
You have a little bowl like this one?
Fantastic. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, well.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Hate to work
And this is St George's Church, or as it's known locally is Agius Georgius Church. Seems to be quite popular with marriage ceremonies. In fact, if you search this church on Google, you'll find more wedding ceremony websites than anything else. There ain't very much information to find about it at all. But what I can tell you is it's built in stone. It has two prominent bell towers on the western corners, and it was built towards the end of the 13th century. It's in a beautiful location though. And if nothing else, you got to find it just so you can find the guy next door selling the pots, because he is an absolute star. I'm not quite sure of the name of this place yet, but we will find out. It's very pleasant actually. It's calm waters because it's in a little harbour, so it's nice for swimming. The water's really clear as well. Show you really. Yeah, you can see. Look at that. Look how clear the water is. You know, like a lot of the beaches so far we've seen, they are quite pebbly and stony. So, you know, beach shoes might be order of the day, just to make it a little bit easier to get in and out. If you're a southern softie like me, apparently.
Lovely and colourful as well, all the pictures down along the wall. And it's great that they've not been graffitied over afterwards as well. Yeah, well, sometimes you get people do this, and then someone comes and graffitis afterwards. As we sat down here on the end, just like chilling out for a minute, we looked over there, and that's the church we were in just now. Then if you look below, there's all these caves. See all these different caves here. So you can really clearly see their caves now. Just below the church up there. Well, now we find ourselves in the shopping mall, Kings Avenue Mall. So we're just going to have a little wander around, and there's the signage there. I guess you'll be able to get all the bits and pieces you want, plus some more as well. It's probably just the same as a UK shopping mall, but we'll see if it's anything different. To be perfectly honest, unless you need something like clothes or something you want to buy in the shopping mall, don't bother. It's just like any other shopping mall anywhere in the world. So, there's a couple of food shops, like a little food courtyard type idea with, Costa, Wagamamas and all the other like usual suspects. We're now at the Tombs of the Kings. We're going to have a wander around now. I don't know. Let's go clockwise. So we're entering into the first tomb.
The Tombs of the Kings is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is located 2 kilometres north of Paphos. It's also worth noting that the Paphos bus 615 actually stops right outside. It cost us €2.50 to get inside, which I think is a bargain really for the day. The cemetery was excavated by the Department of Antiquities of Cyprus. Due to their monumental character, the tombs were described as royal, but in fact they never served as resting places for kings. Rich citizens and probably high officials were buried here.
There's another shipwreck out there, look.
Many of the tombs date back as far as the 4th century BC, and they are carved out of solid rock. The tombs are cut into the native rock, and at times they imitate houses of the living. It has been reported that much of the information relating to the tombs was lost over time. It is believed that many of the tombs were rich in expensive grave goods. Despite that, very few goods were found by any official archaeological missions. So it is believed that grave robbers were probably responsible for taking any riches. Some of the tombs feature columns and frescoed walls.
This site is absolutely immense. Yeah, I reckon you can spend a day here. Depends if you're interested in it though. But here we come again, look, there's more. Looking at the bird droppings on the floor, I reckon this is all birds' nests. Actual fact, you can see one just up there.
Well, it's been quite a sad day today, but we still hope you enjoyed our adventures. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Next time in our next adventure, we run to the hills, where we visit the Troodos Mountains and visit the village of Troodos. We continue on up and see Mount Olympus. Then on the way back, we visit the village of Omidus. What an amazing little village that is as well. That is so traditional. Sleep tight, Mum.